किसी के पास भी आइडेंटिटी कार्ड। बीच में से हटो।
रास्ता छोड़ दो भाई, रास्ता छोड़ दो भाई, रास्ता छोड़ दो, रास्ता छोड़ दो।
साइड प्लीज। बस यहाँ से आगे कोई। That gives us an opportunity. What do we have in IICT? These are on a governing board. Okay.
सीढ़ी से फोर्थ फ्लोर।
Yes.
माला बोलना
मुझे तो come in the center. Come in the center.
ये भाई हम लोग डूबली। चलो
How are you?
यूनुस भाई पूरा लेना है थिएटर दिखाते हुए, ऊपर स्क्रीन दिखाते हुए ऐसे घुमा लो। Okay, if you're done, can I request you guys to move out there? Thank you. Thanks.
चल भाई चलो यूनुस भाई।
In just about 3-4 pages, so that we don't take too much of your time, so that we can give you a feel of the other aspects much more clearer. Because we believe to see is to believe, and to see, when you say you see to believe, and when you believe, there comes the truth, and that is what we actually want to portray to you. So we have 4 pillars, basic 4 pillars which are there in the areas of for IICT. This was like what the MD NFDC was just mentioning to you. This institution was conceived and started in July. Actually, in November 2024, the Honorable Prime Minister in the Cabinet during the Parliament session is when he announced that we would like to focus on AVGCXR, and we have a proof here with Mr. Munjal, who is part of our governing council. He's been there and he's been able to get it through for us for some time. We have an 8-member board, and the 8-member board are all stalwarts from the industry, are all big names in the industry who've been working with the industry for 30-40 years. And that is how this conceived dream of 20 years came into play, and it came into form. The Honorable Minister of Information and Broadcasting inaugurated this particular satellite campus of ours at NFDC on the 18th of July. Within a short span of, I joined this institution on March 24th of 2025, and we had a situation where we had to start from scratch and begin it all. The major plan has been done by Mr. Munjal, who's here with the rest of the team members who we have. And the other members are like Dr. Ashish Kulkarni, Chaitanya, we have Mr. Rajan, who is chairman of CII. Mr. Munjal is the chairman for FICCI right now. So these are the stalwarts from the industry who have brought this into play, because this is from the industry, by the industry, and for the industry. The aim is to pick up the ecosystem into complete, bring it up completely, so that tier 2, tier 3 cities, children from there get exposure to this kind of an environment, which is not easily available. Therefore, we need the government to support. Without the government support, this cannot happen. Any private entity which is in India today can push in a certain amount of money, but cannot sustain. And that sustenance is what the government gives us. That power of the government, the backbone of the government, is very, very important for us to stand straight and work it out. So the 4 pillars that we have is academics and talent development, innovation and startup incubation. This is an extremely important focus of the Minister, Mr. Vaishnavji, and Sri Jaju, who is the Secretary of INB. So this focus has helped us to make sure that startup incubation is begun right from beginning here. You'll be glad to know, sir, we already have students here, and they're already in the classes. We will have an interaction so that you can ask them direct questions. The faculty that we have here are all handpicked from the industry who have an inclination towards academic development. There is no point someone who studied in 1995 or someone who studied in 2000 to come and teach our children today, because that line is gone. The world is moving at a very fast pace. AI has taken over. We need to make sure that that integration of AI with the latest equipment is given to our children so that they can understand, develop and make movies. Not just movies, give realistic pictures of what is happening. It is a 5,000 year of history. It's a 5,000 year of history, and JNK has a culturally fantastic state. So this is something which we really need to make sure reaches the world. There is the unfortunate part is that our children make VFX movies and comic series and other aspects for Japan, for their stories. In the Bahubali case or in the other cases, if you see Avatar, for 50 to 60% of the work is done here, but the IPs are with them. Now that has to change. Our people have to come up. If we do not allow them to give an exposure, that 1.3% of revenue share, of the global revenue share of ABGC is not with us. I mean, it is barely 1.3 that we have. There is nothing else we have. That has to go up. That is how the PM has said that we must move this into this sector and bring up, children should get jobs, they should be able to sustain, become entrepreneurs. So we also are very, we are focused on to policy advocacy and industry development. The national policy of ABGC XR, Mr. Mujal is part of that team, which is a task force which made it happen. The national policy is already into play. State policies are being worked upon right now. We have already worked in almost 9 states to make it happen. JNK, probably with your consent, sir, we will do it there also. Research and knowledge hub is what we want to develop and make it happen. Coming to the advisory councils. We have 4 advisory councils as of now, which are focused on the university to come up completely. The academic council, which is very, very important. The skills council, which is going to be integrated with the industry council subsequently, maybe after a certain stage. And the research and development council. Over and above this, we have the governing council, and then we have the board of directors. Partnerships, you would be, I'm sure, want to know what kind of partnership we have. IICT is in partnership with Adobe, with NVIDIA, Microsoft, Cineacom, Geostar, WP, Google, Meta, and Wacom to the world. We have also made sure, sir, that we should be aligned with universities across the globe which are into this particular segment of work. Therefore, we have, as of just now, we have 2 universities we have already aligned with. One is York University from UK, and the second, I'm sure you would know that because you studied there. So the second is we have an Australian university which is already also there with us. In the pipeline, we have universities from South Korea, Japan, which are in the pipeline right now, and maybe in the next couple of months we should be able to sign up with them as well. South Korea, Japan, we have Germany, France, and one university of Brazil, which is we are tying up. The US university is one university which we want to do a very close kind of tie-up because we have the Hollywood there and the Bollywood here. That alignment has to happen. The teaching staff, the academic team from there and the academic team from here are integrated together. So we have a cross-cultural kind of a concept where traits can be transferred across. Now, coming to the aspect of IICT's entire focus and how IICT is actually conceived, where, who, how. The government of India, after the announcement by the central government and the government of INB, the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, the government of Maharashtra, FICCI and CII. These are the 4 major players in this. 48% of the shares are held by the government, that is Government of Information and Broadcasting and Government of Maharashtra, and 52% are held by FICCI and CII. The reason is very simple. They wanted to make sure that the industry takes charge of it and doesn't go to the folds of the government, where subsequently over time it becomes a white elephant. We did not want to have that happen. Therefore, this is a Section 8 company, and which is run by a CEO above the CEO, the governing council and the board is there, so that there is a clear dominance of the industry in the play, and we are moving with the pace of the world that is today, and not moving with the pace of yesterday. And this should not become white elephant. We need to make it happen into a very, very significant kind of a center of excellence. So this is the National Center of Excellence which is actually developed. We also have a hub and spoke model. The hub and spoke model is basically the center would be in Mumbai because of the direct connect with the industry. The spokes would be in various states. We already have Telangana, Kerala, Bengal who have already reached out to us to have are there to have the segments there as well. That would be basically maybe an IICT or maybe a regional center which would be coming up subsequently. As of now, it is with the ministry for an approval. We have already given our points and views. The entire academic and the fold of IICT would be controlled from here, so that each state also develops in that particular area. The aim is to make it happen as an ecosystem development and not just one institution. Government of Maharashtra has given us 10 acres of land at Film City. And that is going to be a very, very important factor for us. It is going to be it's going to be a different ball game. That is where there will be a tandem shift. The 10 acres has a very, very well focused and architectural design which I would like to show you, sir, so that you will know that this is what is coming up. And that is where we are looking at, as per the Honorable Minister of INB Vaishnavji, his vision is that you please look at 30,000 students coming in the next 10 years instead of looking at, a lower number. We went and did our homework. As of just now, we are working out on about 12,000 students as of now, with a start point maybe after about a year or so. Once we have the campus coming up completely, it's under, right now is already through, and we are starting construction very shortly. So this is how it will look. So this is how it will look, and the center of excellence would be something that I'm sure you would like to, give a view to, sir. This is something, as of just now, there's a flat structure there. There's a gradient of 33 degrees. Therefore, we need to make sure that it is available to us and go with the grain of the ground and not allow, we do not want to make any major changes in the ground structure. So therefore, the buildings have been designed in a manner that the center stands out for everyone. So tomorrow, when the R&D departments and the incubation centers come up at Film City, I'm sure you would be impressed with the kind of way that functioning is happening with IICT. So that was all I wanted to quickly give you a brief answer. Any questions, I can take them. So we will quickly now move to the studio, that is an immersive lab, and give you a clear map.
All good, Najalji? All good, all good.
The Ministry of INB and we wanted to begin with the satellite campus immediately. I'll give you a picture. Now what we do is this is the R1 block we have in the theater. We'll show you the theater to the number 1 theater today.
पहले अंदर जाएंगे
Energy is a veteran in this space, so we managed to pull him in to help us, prepare the mission.
सर सर एक सर 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 फोटो आइए आइए Thank you. So you explain.
Sir, yeah. So this is a very different infrastructure. Doesn't exist in India currently or Asia, I would say, because this is the studio where everything is there in place. So we call it the immersive studio. We have the motion capture, which is, you can see the camera is rigged all around the studio. We have the photogrammetry set to make the digital 3D scan of the human body. We have the chroma where we do the on-set visualization, and we do live output as well. So any filmmaker wants to pre-produce his content or pre-visualize and get a better creative freedom, he can just come here, do his real-time thing, avoid a big chunk of post-production and take live output from the stage itself. And the main showstopper is the LED wall, again the most advanced LED wall with the 2.3 mm pixel pitch, where you can just create any scene in 3D. So for example, I want to shoot in, let's say, a gateway today. I can just create a 3D asset of gateway, put it here. I won't require my talents to go there in person. I can just place them here and take the final output home. So this is what the setup is. You stand in the frame here. You stand in the frame. Please. Once we have a shot taken from the camera, record.
Sir, LED screen story, please.
So basically, sir, if you see, there's a frame moving behind you, right? So this is how we do a parallax and we track the frame with the moving camera. For the almost 20 years in the industry, it was always a plain image put on the wall and the shot is taken. But with the camera tracking technology and all this virtual production, we are able to do this maneuvering of the frustum. Plus the lights which are above you also act as an extension of the set to the ceiling. So basically, instead of creating an artificial lighting, we want to match the 3D world with the real world lighting as if you are in the set. So we see that as digital twin, we call it. And
थोड़ा side angle, he'll be able to see the screen.
yeah.
So that you can see what you have.
So if you've seen the Star Wars Mandalorian, it's the same technology that is exactly.
No camera flashes. No camera flashes.
I'm just going to stand still.
Yeah, that would be. You can do this.
No, I'm not doing it.
There's the word.
No flash.
How many cameras?
72 cameras. 72. Yeah.
Ready? See?
You can wave at least.
I'm not doing
No, you be steady. You be steady.
Be steady, please.
Omar, this should be
2, 1.
real shooting.
It's done.
Yeah, done.
Yeah, so we can see the
थोड़ा एक पोज घेना थोड़ा just take a
He's the
photo.
one who has to be here.
Get some pose. No, be looking at sir. Looking at sir.
No, you come back here.
He's standing very still.
So yeah.
जो किया था ना पहले वो वाला जो पोज किया था टी पोज कर दो हाँ डायरेक्ट टी पोज सर यू एंड मुंजाल सर सर एक फोटो that's it
Sorry.
Okay, ready.
So yeah.
take on
Over here.
Ajay Nana, come in. He's our CEO.
Over here.
So that is the reason हम लोग यहाँ पे एक्टिंग फॉर एनिमेशन करते हैं. We record it here और अगर आप यहाँ पे आएंगे तो आपको तो ड्राइंग नहीं आता तो ये ड्राइंग सीखेंगे.
So she is recreating.
Yeah, those actions which are happening. अभी ये जो कर रहे हैं ना वो भी एक्टिंग कर रहे हैं. वो एक्टिंग
Types of
करके
animations. Use motion capture. So whatever action you do, that can be captured and integrated with the 3D model. This is the manual animation. If you don't do the motion capture, you do these kind of thing, take that as a reference and manually you key it and actually do the animation.
So this is the process is complete at every single course is qualified. It's called a key file. So after that you move 5, 6, 10, 11, now the tech is such that you can capture the whole motion in real time and pretty much instantly transfer. So the mocap that we have, that is that's literally in real time. So you can have an actor performing on the stage and in real time you can see upright or dragon or any other character. So basically, gamingly it becomes live. So a lot of times now, especially in sports, so animated characters acting as commentators. Right, the body that's happening. So a lot of that, I think the amazing part about this is that in terms of any tool that you can think of exists on that campus. And which is why it's not just in India, it's actually a very, very unique industry, possibly in the world. That एक ही campus में offices are really बहुत छोटा है. I think the other game changer that for startups and think to have this kind of an infrastructure available, which is probably not even available to the Yashraji of the world under one roof. We have it at IICT. So the power at this is to enable the students that and that's available to the students to get us.
और एक जो चीज़ होता है सर हम लोग जो नॉट बी नॉट ओनली बट द ट्रेडिशनल तो मेरा जो एक्सपीरियंस है 25 years का मैं वहीं सीखा था. ऐसा नहीं कि इसके बाद हमारा हर 2 दिन के बाद द न्यू थिंग्स व्हिच कीप ऑन कमिंग.
So now what we introduce you to Chapade is a couple of AIs which you need to because AI today has dominated every sector. What do you?
Sir, as a student, this is a project we are doing. It's in incubation right now. It's a toy which is going to be launched on the market, and it's for the kids because kids nowadays on the screen right now all the time. So we want them to be interactive toys. They talk to you, and the toy will grow around the kid. So if he's like, he's a toy to me, it's 80 years of age. So as
It's a virtual toy.
no, it's a physical toy.
This
is a prototype actually.
So the interaction part.
Yeah, so like the kids can talk to him and it will react, it will get it online and it will be like growing with the kid. So later on they can take a higher version as they go. And interesting thing is like for example, we did over kids when you ask the toy how the babies are born. It won't tell you the swans comes and
then gradually
with the vision and so we are doing the animation part here in animation because when we launch it, it's going to launch with the animation because we want to know the story and there will be an entire series along with the toy which will be launched along with the waves.
So we have a platform called Webex, and Webex is the startup education So I mean, we are in collaboration. So we have startups which are evaluated, and then what we do not want when the IP should get created. If we have our IP created for we have students here. They create an IP. The life is made. The life is that's the game. We have another faculty member of IICT. He looks after video games.
Which is a part of the environment for we are making.
So if your body is scanned there, so that is one process of making a 3D model. But this is the second manual process. You see one model there. So manually they create. Just taking your picture, front picture and side picture, they create a manual 3D model.
So there are two processes. One is the scanning part, even after doing the scanning, there has to be some cleanup as well. You need a good industry level modeler. So all these students, what you see, they've already done the 3 years degree program and they have come here to upskill their whole specialization. So they are doing character animation specialization, they are doing the asset and character modeling specialization. So these are highly demand in the industry. So you don't get the highly skilled people. So industry is being struggling a lot.
So if you would be surprised to know the video gaming industry penetration is huge. It's huge. And we have to know that from here. So just want to give you a view of the
So this is our 2 years diploma program. So it's a very long program. Which, so drawing, it starts on a global platform. So our Indian superheroes should be generated, or our folk tales, folk arts, that should be published on a very global platform. So this is the program which is.
And you have background in art?
I pass out and after that I
See, art में कोई आपका background sketching वगैरह कुछ नहीं?
Starts from the scratch.
Yeah, this is the first semester. So she is 11th. She is in 11th standard.
So you don't have to have a background in art and sketching and drawing and things like that.
By practice.
आपने किसमें क्या subject में किया था?
PCM. Science.
The entire concept is to make sure that build them up from the bottom and put them up.
So they've had how long so far? Out of 2 years?
Fifth. The class started from 5th January.
Oh, so they just started. तो 10 दिन में मुश्किल से 10 दिन में इतना आप लोगों ने कर दिया.
This requires meticulous practice.
So at the end of these 2 years, they will be full-fledged animation.
There are verticals, so one should specialize in comics, one can specialize in VFX, one can specialize in games. So he's the student of game.
He wants to get into gaming.
Yeah. But the first semester is common for everyone.
After that, then they'll branch out.
Yeah, because all these compositions, colors, they should understand. So it's a basic thing.
So actually, for the first semester, it's all paper and pencil.
Yes.
None of the
No digital.
There
are digital.
So tech exposure to hoga hi. Today you can't escape that. But I think it's also, in many ways, we are trying to tell students to use pen and paper. See, we strongly believe that you cannot eliminate the human factor. Right? And I think even idea is not that you become Picasso. Right? The idea is that you are able to express yourself. You know? So that's very important to sort of also that hand-eye brain coordination. Pencil on paper still develops other faculties of the brain.
From the psychological point of view also it's extremely important because your hand, mind, eyes are all connected. And then that's what you hold on.
Also, I think that this field is such that, animation, visual effects, gaming, and such, at its core, the foundational models are the same. And then what happens, our experience has been that many times students can find their niche and their inclination. Gaming में ज़्यादा है, VFX में. But foundational modules are almost the same. So it's also, the curriculum is also structured in a manner that they allow the student also to discover where his innate talent lies, and then our counselors also guide him. तो क्या होता है कि sometimes I think now, frankly, even under the new NEP, our whole education system also allow. Yeah, so I think a lot of that thought process is being inculcated, which is why see, institutions like IICT have the advantage that we are ground up, rethinking the whole education aspect. So and there is a strong focus on skilling. So the idea is that ultimately when you walk out of this institution, you are industry ready. Right? So you're already rubbing shoulders with the industry. You already see
part of your training is just that.
Just showing the sound.
एक वक्त ऐसा था कि कोई भी फिल्म अगर कम से कम और कुछ नहीं तो उसका एक गाने का सीक्वेंस जो है ज़रूर कश्मीर में जो है उसकी शूटिंग हुआ करती थी। उसके बिना फिल्म को फिल्म नहीं माना जाता था। लेकिन हालात बदल गए, ऐसे हालात आए कि वहाँ पे फिल्म बनाना ही नामुमकिन हुआ। अब बदलते हालात के साथ हमारी कोशिश है कि फ़िल्मों का जम्मू कश्मीर के साथ जो रिश्ता था उस रिश्ते को हम दोबारा बहाल करें। लेकिन इस 20-30 साल के अरसे में फ़िल्म बनाने में भी एक बहुत बड़ी तब्दीली आई, जहाँ बड़े बड़े कैमरास के साथ फिल्में अब बैठे बैठे कंप्यूटर के ज़रिए इतना कुछ किया जा सकता है। अब हमारी कोशिश है कि एक तो जम्मू कश्मीर में दोबारा फिल्में बने, दूसरा जम्मू कश्मीर का एक अपना फिल्म इंडस्ट्री जो है वो दोबारा कायम हो, क्योंकि हमारी अपनी कहानियाँ जो हैं वो हम ही दोहरा सकते हैं। मुंबई से कोई आए और हमारी कहानी बताने की कोशिश करे, वो शायद उतना ही गलत होगा जितना मैं आके यहाँ मुंबई की कहानी बताना शुरू करूँ। इसमें IICT, NFDC के साथ एक फॉर्मल रिश्ता हम कायम करें, जिससे कि हमारे स्टूडेंट्स, बच्चे बच्चियाँ वो यहाँ आएँ और नए तरीक़ों से फिल्म, पोस्ट फिल्मिंग की जो पोस्ट प्रोडक्शन, एडिटिंग, साउंड, लाइट वगैरह ये सब, इन चीज़ों को सीखना शुरू करें। तो मुझे लगता है जो शुरुआत हम देखना चाहते हैं वो यहीं से मुमकिन होगा। आगे जाके ऐसा दिन आए कि ये जो हब एंड स्पोक मॉडल इन्होंने अडॉप्ट किया है, मेन कैंपस यहाँ पे और सैटेलाइट कैंपसेस दूसरी जगहों पे,
शायद ये भी मुमकिन होगा कि एक दिन IICT का एक सैटेलाइट कैंपस जम्मू कश्मीर में खुले और सिलसिला वहीं से आगे बढ़ेगा। तो आज जो यहाँ देखने को मिला, जो इन्होंने बहुत कम अरसे में एक शानदार इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर यहाँ कायम किया है और जो मौके नज़र आ रहे हैं, मैं तो मान के चलता हूँ कि आज एक अच्छी शुरुआत हुई है और इस रिश्ते को हम और ज़्यादा मजबूत करेंगे।
सर, आज मुंबई में नगर निगम के चुनाव हो रहे हैं। संचालक मोहन भागवत ने कहा है कि अच्छे लोकतंत्र के लिए जो है वो वोटिंग जरूरी है। आप किस तरीके से?
ये तो मतलब समझदारी इसी चीज़ में है। बदलाव वही लोग ला सकते हैं जो हिस्सा लेने के लिए तैयार हों, और हिस्सा लेने का मतलब ये नहीं है कि मैं उम्मीदवार के तौर पे खड़े हो जाऊं। हिस्सा लेने का मतलब ये भी है कि मैं कम से कम बाहर आके अपने वोट का इस्तेमाल करूं। परेशानियां चाहे जम्मू कश्मीर हो, महाराष्ट्र हो, मुंबई हो, लोगों के अपने मसले हैं। और अब चलिए, यहाँ लोकल लेवल पे अब वोटिंग का सिलसिला हो गया है, अब नतीजों का इंतज़ार है। इस बार सियासी माहौल भी कुछ अजीब सा ही रहा। दोस्त दोस्त नहीं रहे, दुश्मन दुश्मन नहीं रहे, दोस्त दुश्मन बने और दुश्मन दोस्त बने, और अजीब से रिश्ते बने। कहीं पे कांग्रेस और बीजेपी ने हाथ मिलाया, कहीं पे बीजेपी और AIMM के ने हाथ मिलाया, कहीं पे एक पार्टी के दो हिस्से दोबारा एक साथ आए। इन सब चीज़ों का नतीजों पे क्या असर पड़ेगा, मैं भी बेसब्री से इंतज़ार कर रहा हूँ।
Sir, how do you see the entertainment sector basically be leveraged to create jobs in your state, because your state has been
Look, our state has been a destination for shooting of films, but the job creation that goes along with that, we have not seen in J&K. We have been a beautiful place that has formed the backdrop for movies and for songs. What we would like to see, and that's why I talked about a long-term relationship with this institution, is what we would like to see is human talent being made available there. That some amount of post-production work being done there. If you have to make a movie where absolutely everything has to go from Mumbai, it becomes cost-wise prohibitive. Therefore, if I want to make Jammu and Kashmir an attractive destination for filming or shooting of movies, a certain amount of infrastructure and human capital has to be made available within Jammu and Kashmir. And that's where a relationship with an institution like IICT becomes important for us. It serves the purpose of the filmmakers because their costs come down. It serves my purpose because I'm able to create jobs in an area of the economy that continues to do well.
Vishwas, would you like to say something on this?
It's very well said. Actually, we are looking forward, IICT is looking forward to development across the globe, not just in one sector. It's the media and entertainment sector that we are focusing on. What Honorable CM has been mentioning, that we need to develop regional campuses. We need to develop area where we can help J&K to develop movies. The producers, directors can make movies here at IICT campus. In one go, everything is available under one roof. This is a place where people can come, save a lot of money, and job creation can happen in Kashmir. That will help a lot of boosting of the economy as much. So that is something that I'm sure you would focus upon.
Sir, technology कैसी लगी आपको? Technology अंदर आपने
ना मैं अब क्या कहूँ टेक्नोलॉजी के बारे में ना, जब भी देखता हूँ तो लगता है कि हम कहाँ पहुँच रहे हैं। और मैं ये कहने ही वाला था, आपने सवाल पूछा, मेरा यहाँ अब इन्होंने 3D स्कैन लिया हुआ है। अब एक वक्त ऐसा था, हम कहते थे कि जब तक खुद आँखों से नहीं देखोगे विश्वास नहीं करना। अब तो हम यहाँ पे पहुँच गए, अगर आंखों से देखोगे भी तब भी विश्वास नहीं करना। अब मेरे 3D स्कैन से ये मुझे क्या कराएंगे ये अभी मुझे पता नहीं, लेकिन इतना मैं ज़रूर कहूँगा, अगर इसके बाद मेरा कोई वीडियो ऐसा निकला जिसमें मैं कोई ऐसी चीज़ कर रहा हूँ जो मुझे नहीं करनी चाहिए, वो मैंने नहीं किया है, वो मेरे स्कैन ने किया होगा।
Sir, एक photo op we'll do with the eye. Fast.
हो गया दिनेश भाई, थैंक यू। सर प्लीज
अच्छा, सबको एक तरफ कर दीजिए, we have to leave, please.
चलो फोटो ये वीडियो एक मिनट मैं आगे मत पीछे लेना जूम है ना, पीछे लेना पीछे
एक सेकंड Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you.